Add tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. Today, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't had a chance to listen or check out some of my past interviews or some of the past events that I have hosted, I am uploading them up on Spotify. You can go on there and check it out, or Apple Music. You can check out some of these great interviews, a lot of informative information. This is, Beyond the Blockchain and Beyond. I know my audio is a little high, excuse me. But today we're going to be talking about our Web3 network. There was a list of side events that happens each and every NFT NYC, which is coming up. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have a conversation about Bitcoin Rover BTC predictions, top stories and fear of Bitcoin in the Web3 market. And we're going to talk about an opportunity zone. You know where the market is at right now. Also, YouTube and Google they doctored videos to promote a Bitcoin scam. So that's definitely we're going to talk about. $10 trillion BlackRock launched tokenized fund, and Elon Musk's secrets to be successful. Yes. Excuse me. Today, when you get it, like I said, you get a chance, you just go check out some of these past interviews that have been on, that I have past interviews on. One of the things that I want to talk about today, moving on, is our Web3 network. Okay, here's our network. In the network, I have alpha events. Boom. Here is the official list of whatever's happening in New York City. There's a lot of events that is happening. One of my favorites, Pizza Dow. Shout out to Snacks. Crypto Mondays will be popping off on the 4th, on the 1st. NYU Institute, Blockchain NYC, he would be popping off on Saturday. Who else is going up? Super Rare, Goblin Town, Crypto Mondays Community Zone. Shout out to Julie Lamb, she's killing it. Magic E and the Noche Show. That's going to be lit. Everybody knows the Noche Show will be lit. It's definitely something you will probably want to check out. Let's see. Few friends, Bing Bong. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, Kevin Gates. Oh, that's what's up. Bonk Dow, Solana Foundation. There's a lot of events, yo. A lot. Usually what I do, because I'm not trying to, I remember there was one year that I was going to each and every event. Like we was going to 3-4 events in the day, and it was bananas. And it made me feel like one of those them weekends that you out in Miami spring break and you just going to party up all night, up early in the day, and you just going having fun. But all the information is here, the addresses, where to sign up, So this is one of the beautiful things about being a part of my network. There's a lot of information, a lot of resources that are here. Moving on, guys, you already know where we at with these prices. you shouldn't have any fear because this is something that we talked about. So this for you should be okay. It's at 60,000. It may go a little bit lower. Look at my ton token. Remember what we was talking 216. It may go a little bit lower, but if you dollar cost averaging and you have a strategy of what you're supposed to be doing, or if you haven't had a strategy or had a chance to create a strategy, just tap in. We can definitely talk about it. I've been watching a few projects myself that I have invested interest in. And first of all, guys, when you come onto my show, don't expect no financial advice. This isn't not financial advice. I was looking at this, guys. I was looking at this today. This has been here for a while. I'm not gonna lie, and I just scroll past it. And some of these things that I don't pay attention to. I just be scrolling past it. But when it passes more than 1 or 2 times, then I feel like it's something that I need to actually check out. Moving on in our space. My buddy Crypto Ash, I know he's very upset because he's been breaking keyboards and screens and all of this stuff. And he says, let's see, because in this space we go through a lot. But once again, you gotta be functioning without emotions, guys. Just like you gotta function without emotions. FTX collapsed, Luna went to zero, Binance had a bank run. If you didn't panic, 20% drop from 73 to 62. Guys, listen, this is what he's saying a crypto trader looks like, right? This is the batting and bruises of dealing with the emotions of riding this roller coaster. And I'm telling you guys, you don't have to ride the roller coaster. You can strategic yourself. James Bond is real cool, but look at his arms, he's abused, and that's how he's feeling. Moving on to my other guy, Crypto Rover. What you talk about, Crypto?
Every single correction we've seen so far in this entire rally towards the upside, a 20% correction marked the maximum opportunity in the market. So yes, what I will be doing is that I will be opening up a massive new Bitcoin long position, and I'm going to be opening up a long position worth over $1 million because I'm very confident that Bitcoin is going to be finding some significant support around this level. And let me quick.
So everyone has a strategy. What is your strategy? Like I said, none of this is financial advice, but everyone has a strategy to take opportunities, right? So if you're not taking the opportunities within the strategy, and you're just standing on the side, then what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Quickly explain about what my strategy is going to be for this position. So I of course want to be having the least amount of risk, so I'm not going to be use 20 or 30x leverage. No, I'm going to only use 5 to 6x leverage, and I'm going to start entering my positions from off the $60,000 level on Bitcoin. So I am going to be laddering in towards my Bitcoin long position, and I'm going to be setting up multiple orders, so I of course have a lower risk profile. And as the Bitcoin price is of course going to be dropping lower, I'm going to be having a higher risk profile. So I think that the maximum Bitcoin could be dropping is going to be towards this previous low here in the market, sitting around $58,000. And I think that level also actually makes quite a lot of sense, because the $58,000 is also exactly the 0.786 in the Fibonacci on the weekly time frame. If we're going to be looking back at the...
Let me ask you a question. Do I need to rewind this back to you can see and say, oh man, this 20% correction maybe made it a way where I can get myself in there, because I've been standing on the side and I've been watching. And I keep saying, if institutions coming in at 40, if institutions are coming in at 40 and you would have came in at 40, then there's no stresses for you guys.
The previous bull market on Bitcoin, we also saw before we were breaking above the all-time high. Of course, we flirted with the all-time high, we broke above it, but we saw a big rejection of about 20%, but all the way back down towards the 0.786 on that Fibonacci, which in this case is going to be sitting around 57 to 58,000 US dollars. So what I will be doing is that is going to be my level where I'm going to be opening up my max bids. My first bids are going to be sitting around 60,000 US dollars, and I'm going to be having my final bet around 57,400, since that is a very important previous support level. And of course, usually Bitcoin tends to be wicking a little bit below it. And basically how I'm going to be entering my position is that I'm going to be first entering 20%, then I'm going to be entering another 40%, and then another 40% of my position. And that way, I'm going to be having the least risk as possible to open up a big Bitcoin long position and to catch that potential bottom, because I am not quite sure if Bitcoin is exactly going to be bottoming right here, or right here, or potentially right here, or potentially right here. And maybe I'm going to be missing out on my position. But like I said many times before, guys, my recent 6 trades I announced on this channel were all profitable. And why is that? Is because I've got a low risk profile and I still managed to cash more than 20,000-30,000 US dollars on every single trade.
Guys, that's all I got to say. I don't have to say anything else. If you have a strategy, you can pay attention, take these notes. Dollar cost averaging. Don't stress yourself, right? Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Don't be this guy. Moving on. You know, being this. Let me tell you what happens. Right, this is what people, the news outlets, right, the information sources, this is what they want you to be. They want you to be like this gentleman right here. They want you to have all the fear. They be like, oh, I don't want to be this guy, right? So today, as I'm doing my usual, right, and going through news and things about and topics I'm going to talk about today, right, I just started realizing, I'm saying to myself, hold on, let me look. Look at the news. We start right here. Biggest single day of losses, right? Why Bitcoin and Ethereum are losing ground today. Sparks institutional rush. Goldman Sachs says, hold up. SEC delays expectation of Ethereum ETFs. All of this sounds like bad news. Market sheds 4 billion after Bitcoin all-time high. Look, all this is bad news. Single day of losses. Meeting the risk, Bitcoin correction, right? But if you have been having your strategy and you know that this thing is gonna correct itself within 20%, and you're paying attention, look, meltdown, look, all of this information is geared towards the fear. It's geared towards the fear. So now here's the funny thing. I just happen to be scrolling through this, and look what this says right here. Don't trust these influences. Do not trust these influences. Why? Because the influences is going to tell you to get out, get away. This is an influence right here, right? This is an influence of negative image, negative news, false news to say, oh, it's going down, it's fear. Oh, that's why I wouldn't invest in it. That's why I wouldn't jump in it. That's what this is. That's all they doing. But if we've been paying attention to the past and the history, of course there was going to be a correction. This thing's been riding high for 4 weeks straight, right? How many times an NBA team could win a championship? How many, right? Moving on into our space. Moving on. Let's go. Sentiment announces 5 altcoins in opportunity zone. 5 altcoins. Now, some of these stuff I looked at, some of these things I haven't. One of the things that we was talking about today that passed the desk was Lido. What is that? Lido DAO. Like, I've been seeing it for a minute. For a minute I've been seeing it, right? I've been looking at it. I've been seeing it for a minute. I have not looked and did my due diligence for what this is. I know I've been watching the prices going up and down. They came on the market in 2001, January. Their all-time high was $6. They right now at $244. I know they have a community, their website, right? White papers. I've seen all of this, but I haven't been paying no attention. But it passed by the desk today. By the desk today, it passed by as one of the opportunity coins, right? Here's another one. Ole Miss Go. I've never seen these before. This is my first time seeing these. I don't even know what these is. Like, what are the protocols? I don't know anything about these things. It just happened to pass through my desk, and I was just like, what is this? The website is not working. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see if I can do that again. Well, the website wasn't working. That's not positive, right? It was 2 website links. Let's check the second one out. Where is it? Website is 2. What's this one? But once again, just like I've been saying, a lot of these, you be like, yo, what is this? And you go and search it, and it's something that's not real or something, and you be like, yo, what are you talking about? Okay. People, top, news, home. Let's do this. These are supposedly the best new alternatives that's supposed to skyrocket to the moon, according to this article, Global Cloud Storage. Okay. What's the next one? Syntax. Let's see. Trading at $3. Website. Liquidity layer of DeFi. I don't know, guys. Opportunity zone. Well, I guess according to this article, this is an opportunity zone, right? Because where things are at right now. Let's see. Bounce, opportunity zone, danger cell. Okay. Oh, I get it now. I see. Bounce, danger. Okay. These are all the coins? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain Podcast. Is the first time you tuning in. We talk about everything that's happening in the Bitcoin space and beyond. Right now, I'm just actually going through this article right here and looking at some of these altcoin opportunity zones. And I just going through them one by one, but we're going to move on. Bitcoin price retraced 30 days ahead of halving in historic pattern. Strategy, Bitcoin strategy, take your opportunities. Moving on. CoFounder wins against YouTube in Bitcoin scam lawsuit. We talk about this on many levels, about scamming, about deep fakes, about AI, about voice recognition. We talk about this wallet drainers. We also talk about how some of these big companies, culture vultures and stuff, created AI-driven music, and they did the Drake and all of these other mainstream artists that they created with AI, and we figured out who was behind that. And it seems like the same culprits are still involved, right? And according to a court battle YouTube over a doctored video featured his likeness. This is Steve Wozniak. He's the co-founder of Apple. In the Bitcoin scam in 2020, the latest appeal court verdict overruled a lower court judgment that absolved YouTube of any responsibility. According to the appeal court, ruled that YouTube cannot rely on a contentious communication status to absolve its liability for a fraud that exploits the Apple co-founder popularity using a doctored video to scam people, reported by Bloomberg. The latest verdict allows Wozniak to continue his lawsuit against the video streaming platform and potentially pave the way for change in federal law protecting video streaming platforms such as YouTube from any liability that comes along with videos posted on the platform. Apple co-founder and 17 others, including Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Michael Dell, filed lawsuits against YouTube and its parent company Google in 2020 after doctored videos promoting a fake scam went viral on YouTube. Everybody, this is like the internet. There's no chill button, and everybody is subject to this. No one is safe. We just have to just make sure that we publicize some of this stuff. And actually, Steve, he had the money to go against the big guys because ain't no telling how many lawyers they done sent at him. But a little small person, an average YouTuber or average person who's an influencer, and all of this fake news and doctoring stuff, and people are getting scammed. This is an issue, right? This is something that definitely needs to be addressed. You know, I have this thing about using AI anyway. Like, I feel like AI is a gift and a curse. It's good, bad, and ugly. Moving on. Massive adoption alert. 10 trillion BlackRock to launch tokenized fund. Tokenization is the new thing, okay? I've been talking about this for weeks. We had a website that tokenized physical assets, watches, and so on. To me, it was more like a pawn shop type situation because you can give them your digital assets and you can loan on your digital assets and tokenize it. And it was just the craziest thing. But this is an expectation knowing that some of these protocols, ERC 404, ERC 404, where you can actually separate your NFTs in the tokenization format and fractionalize it. So this is something that was going to happen eventually, and it was expected to me. But this is, I'm just curious what protocol they're using. I'm curious. That's what I would like to know. I would like to know what protocol they're using to do their tokenizations. Maybe I need to figure out if. Let's see.
Explain that move into ETFs. How far does it go?
When we bought BGI in 2009, we were ridiculed by most of the financial community for saying you cannot marry the culture of an active investor, who we were, and a passive culture. And we said, why? Our clients use both products. Our job is to be agnostic to our clients, to work with our clients, to provide a whole portfolio solution. But over time, more and more clients started to think about, how do I want to get an exposure? Do I want an exposure in this area or this product? And I could do that through actively investing in ETFs. In 2012, we said, ETFs are going to be the new engine for fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ridicule by many people in the business community. And today, the fixed income.
You see, they've been planning since 2012. They've been planning since 2012, guys. Listen to what he's saying.
Markets are totally imbued by ETFs. And so at BlackRock, when we bought BGI, we had $290 billion of ETFs. Today, we have $3.5 trillion. And then this week alone, just yesterday, we launched the iShares Bitcoin ETF. And so I would say to you, if we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments. And so what we announced in our architectural change, iShares was this business division in itself. And we thought that's too exclusive. We needed to include the ethos, the philosophy, the spirituality of what iShares can provide in everything we do at BlackRock. Because we believe we're just halfway there in the ETF revolution, that everything is going to be ETF'd. And we needed to ensure both active products, passive products, digital products are going to be used through the vehicle of ETFs. At the same time, in this architectural change, we're elevating the whole concept that we are going to be curating more and more of our performance-based products too. So it's a very...
This is very interesting, guys. This is very interesting. iShares. This is very interesting. Did y'all see how excited that he was talking about this? Did y'all see that? He was excited. iShares. Search iShares funds. Find iShares to help your investment. You learn something new every day when you tune in to Beyond the Blockchain podcast, because I'll be learning new stuff right with you. Like we hand in hand. Explore iBonds. Discover ETF holdings. iShares. Guys, y'all know that I am going to take a deep dive into iShares by BlackRock. This is okay, guys. iShares. You learn something new every day. Moving on. Moving on.
Do you want to know Elon Musk's secret sauce to success? Well, in a TEDx talk, the billionaire's ex-wife, Justine, revealed that aside from Elon's belief in hard work, the Tesla CEO has also mastered the art of saying no. She said he said no in a way that protected his resources so that he could channel them toward his own goal.
That is very important. A lot of times you are on your pyramid or in your box, right? You have a direction, and then you meet so many different people, right? And people have good ideas. And there got to be ways that you tell people no, because you need to focus on what you're doing and what you're executing. And sometimes we get caught in the whirlwind of ideas and personalities and stuff. So that's good. I'm gonna back this up a little bit.
He could channel them toward his own goal. And I realized that behind every no is a deeper yes to whatever it is that you do. Powerful stuff. Look, in that same way, don't let anybody stop you from achieving your goals. You don't have to be a yes man. Actually saying no to something that will harm you or distract you from your goals is not only fine, it's probably advisable. Guard your time wisely. Do you want to know Elon?
Guard your time wisely. So if you're taking your time out to watch Beyond the Blockchain podcast, we appreciate you. Moving on, the secret composer behind 650 fake artists on Spotify. His music has been streamed 15 billion times on the platform, reported. Scamity, scam, skidam, dam, badam, badam, bam. Skimmity scam. We already knew that there was juice in Spotify. The existing of fake artists on the platform is now a well-known fact. We all knew this. Music released by musicians under pseudonyms who have no real online presence other than their Spotify account and play, whose music can be found on many of Spotify key playlists dedicated to mood music. The fake artist debuted and was reunited in 2022 when Swedish newspaper Dragons ran an expose on the Sweden-based indie label Firefi Entertainment and how it makes money by releasing music to a lot of fake artists. It's crazy. Obtained a list of 830 fake artist names. You know, there's always a system to get around certain things, and some people find that little niche, and you can't be mad at him, especially if he gets 15 billion streams. I already know his checks got to be crazy, right? His checks got to be crazy. He figured out his niche. So, you know, you got to find what works for you. This is over half of artists who generated at least 10,000 on Spotify from countries where English is not their first language. We know that Spotify sucks in the United States. Moving on. NVIDIA enlists humanoid robotics biggest names for a new AI platform, Groot. Y'all know where Groot is at, right? Project Groot. Y'all know where Groot is at, right? Do y'all know that? Guys. Groot. There you go. Let me just do it this way. I want to find. See, it's so funny. As soon as they announce it with NVIDIA, there's no more information on Groot itself. Everything is linked to NVIDIA. Everything. All good. Moving on. If you ever had the love for lilies, okay, they created a robot. And this robot can actually pick tulips. And we have more job loss. Unless you can figure out how to program this device. It is called the H2L Robotics. This is it. It's really, really cool. Look, they got a nice website. Hold on, let me see. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna show you the video. Like, tulip selection robot. Like, this is changing the farming industry for flowers. Look at one guy out there with a computer. Look at this. This is crazy, right? More job loss. That's all I gotta say you is more job loss. Let's go. Here's the LinkedIn. Select the 1-8 tulip selection robot. There's a tulip selection robot. I'm telling you, agriculture is never going to be the same. It's going to be robots out there. See, this is in a good way where you're happy about technology, solving the taking jobs, but really, for real, who wants to be out in the hot sun picking flowers? concept. This is really happening. This is really happening. Look, they are actually on the field with the robot. This is really happening. I would play some of these conversations, but they're not in English.
Moment aan het keren op een koppakker.
Yes.
Goed volgens mij.
Hij kantelt nog niet, dus...
Precies,
nee.
het gaat goed. Hij komt deze kant weer op. En dat betekent eigenlijk dat jij...
Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. Look at this. I really think that's cool. Autonomous Tulip Selection Robot. I want to know, can we buy one? Is it up for sale? Or are they still in concept? On that note, guys, thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. We do this each and every day, right? We talk about things that's happening within the blockchain and beyond. But yeah, go to my Spotify. Go check out some of these classic interviews. This one was with Randy Zuckerberg. That is Mark Zuckerberg's sister, who do not know. I didn't have to explain that. See you at the same bad time, same bad channel. Peace.
Add tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.